Hello my friends, it's Caddy and I'm back with a process video for you guys. Evie and I have taken over each other's channels again for our Pretty Pattern Paper Playground series. So for this week, I'm obviously following our mood board. We have no challenge, we're just going to go ahead and follow the mood board. So I'm starting off with this stencil. This is a stencil by the Crafters Workshop. It's a 6x6 stencil. It's called Mini Art Deco Leaves and I love this stencil. It's so pretty. So I am going to use it instead of as a stencil. I'm actually going to use it as a stamp. So as you can see, I have some wax paper there to my side and I'm just spraying the stencil with several mists and I'm just stamping it onto my white sheet of cardstock. And I use some Lindy Stamp Gang colors, and going from the left to the right, I have Fuzzy Navel Peach, then I have My Mojito Green, I have Cattail Copper Brown, then I have Red Hot Poker Orange, I've got Tibetan Poppy Teal, and then again Cattail Copper Brown. So those are the colors that I used. And I decided to actually flip it over on the vertical, so I like it better like this. I think this is such a gorgeous stencil. You could spray through it as well, but I really like the look of it when I use it as a stamp rather than spraying through it. And you can see it's not perfect. It's, you know, there's areas where it's not perfect, but that's fine. That's the whole beauty of it. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. So I'm just taking a little brush and I'm actually just going into the bottles of the mist, and I'm just sprinkling on some splatters in the green color, which is My Mojito Green. I also do the orange color, the Red Hot Poker Orange, and the Tibetan Poppy Teal. So just a few splatters of those colors around my page. And at this point I really had no idea what I was going to do yet. So at this point I'm just kind of playing around and I'm just doing something fun and pretty in the background. And I love how it turned out. So I decided to take these two ribbons, which are just in my stash. That orange one is actually like a burlap ribbon. It's a very thin burlap ribbon and it's very, very pretty. I'm pretty sure I got that at, I want to say Walmart, if I'm not mistaken. And then that teal one is actually from the dollar store. I got it at the Dollar Tree a while back, and it's just the perfect colors to go with this layout. So I take some teal thread and I'm just sewing through and kind of just sewing them together just very lightly and just to kind of just get them attached together. So there's the finished strip, and I decide I'm going to go ahead and place it there along the middle, just like that. And this is the photo I'm scrapbooking. It's a photo of my boyfriend and myself. This was a trip we took back in 2013 to Tennessee. This is actually the first trip we ever took together. So so it was very early in our relationship, and it was the very first one. So it's definitely one that we will remember forever. And it was my first time. It was in November because it was over Thanksgiving weekend. It was my first time because it had been snowing there already, so it was my first time seeing snow that trip. So, and actually seeing some kind of fall, even though fall was almost over. But I thought it was perfect for this layout. So it's just a picture of me and him, and we're outside of the cabin that we were staying in. It was a gorgeous 3-story cabin. So it was a big group of us, and it was just a lot of fun. So I'm just taking some papers here from Simple Stories. Some of them are from the Snap 6x6 paper pad. Some of them are from the Daily Grind 6x6 paper pad. And then there's this little sheet of circles, which some of the circles were perfect. So I decided to just take a punch and punch out some of those circles. And I have this little punch from Recollections, which just punches them out perfectly. And I actually am going to end up using quite a few of those little circles along that ribbon. So I'm going to adhere the ribbon, and I'm just using my ATG gun to do that. You could use glue gun if you want to maybe reinforce it. So I just use my ATG and it works just fine. And I'm actually going to, and I kind of crinkle it up a little bit just so that it's not so straight. And I actually just in the end just fold over the sides at the end because I didn't want that cut up look. So I just folded it over on the sides. So I'm using some fun foam to back my photo here. And I just did, as you can see, some really tight layers. I actually cut them down a little bit more because I like that really tight layer look. So I am going to start adhering these little circles, and then eventually I'm going to realize that I want to pop them up. So I'll do that in just a few. But I really like those little circles. There's a couple that are arrows, which I'm going to actually add 2 arrows on either end. There's a little camera. One of them says Place As We Go. The other one says Today, Things We Do, Good Stuff. There's a little airplane, which I'm actually going to end up placing at the bottom. Even though we didn't fly there, we actually drove there, but it was still travel related, so I thought it was still appropriate. And these colors and this pack really match really nicely. So I have these stickers, these letter stickers, which I want to say they came in an album, like a kit for an album. I don't remember where I got these, but I have a bunch of them. And I'm actually just going to end up using the ones that say Beautiful Life, which I have a whole sheet of them. And they're in off-white and they just say Beautiful Life. I end up using that 3 times. And then I take these letter stickers. These are from Doodlebug and they're brown. And I'm going to actually spell out Tennessee, and I'm not going to leave it there. I'm going to actually move that to the bottom because I wanted it to just show through. And if I tried to do it over any of that, it would just not show through. So I could have obviously chosen another color. Maybe it would have shown through like a lighter color, but I wanted to use these. So I'm just going to write out Tennessee. And I'm just making sure I get the spelling right because I don't want to misspell it. So yeah, so these are really cute. They're just a brown color. So I write that, and then I take these, which are one of my favorite thickers. These are from American Crafts. They're cork thickers. And I'm going to write out, and I'm actually going to move that fall. But my title is going to be Fall in Love. So, and it kind of, it's appropriate because it is the fall. Technically, it was still fall. And we were falling in love. It was very early in our relationship, so it's just, I thought it was a fun title. And I like how it looks there over all of the leaves. So I do like that a lot. The reason I move it is just because I wanted something up there on the top left. So I'm going to end up moving the fall up to the top. And then I do take those same thickers and I take the numbers and I write out the year. Which is great because we usually don't use numbers in our thickers packs, do we? So I thought that was perfect to add that down there. And I'm actually going to end up moving the 2013 up just a little bit so that I could add another one of those Beautiful Life stickers down there. So I will do that. And there I go, folding over my ribbon. And I really love how the ribbon looks. I think it adds a nice pop of color there in the center. And I take some pop dots, which here they are. These are just EK Tools pop dots, and I'm just popping up those little circles, and I'm gonna have them going all along that ribbon there. And I actually will add one, and I think I do it off camera, at the end there to the right I add another arrow which mimics the arrow that is all the way to the left. So I'm pretty sure I do that off camera. And yeah, so I got all those down and I love how they look. Just adds a nice bit of dimension, since everything is very flat on this layout. So there I go, moving my fall, and I kind of stagger the letters a little bit, and then I'm kind of fussing around with the in, and I end up just placing it on my photo there. So it just reads Fall in Love. And it's kind of hard to read, I guess, but you know, makes sense to me. So and there I go, moving up to 2013 so that I could add one of those Beautiful Life stickers, and everything else stays the same down there. I am going to also add 2 of the little circles that I popped, or I cut out, or I punched out I should say, which have one is a girl, one is a boy. So I actually end up placing those on top over there by the on top of the Beautiful Life there by the fall. So yeah, so I'm just putting the finishing touches here, and there I go, adding those on there. And that is going to finish it off. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Head on over to my channel, which will be linked below, so you can check out Evie's video. And please subscribe to Evie's channel if you're not subscribed, and go on over and subscribe to my channel so you guys can keep up with our series. We have several videos every month for our Pretty Pattern Paper series. And make sure you go join us in our Facebook group, which is Pretty Pattern Paper Playground, so you can keep up with the fun as well. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye!